We will continue for the second part of the video. The part 2 of this video will cover about setting, themes, and moral values. Let's begin with setting. There will be two settings in this short story. The first one is the physical settings. Physical setting number 1 is Tanjong Rhu, the place where Mr. Lee used to grow up. In the past, it was full of shipyards where fishing boats were made. In the present, it had been replaced with a tall building and skyscrapers. Number 2, Mr. Lee's office, which overlooks the Singapore harbour, the place where Alma tried to use the binoculars to see Tanjong Rhu, where her children grew up. Third, hospital room. This is where Mr. Lee had an argument with his daughter Ying. 4. Altar room. This is an important part of the house where Alma performed her daily prayers. Next one is the social settings. First one is modern day Singapore. Success and keeping up with appearances are important. People are generally impatient. They have a little time for one another. They prefer to distance themselves from tradition. Second, early 20th century Singapore. The era where Mr. Lee grew up has a born in Tanjong Rhu. At that time, life was hard, but the people were able to enjoy simple things in life. And they also value their family above anything else. Next is theme. The first one is traditional values versus modern ideas. Mr. Lee's mother values the importance of traditional practice, which is everything must be done properly, and she must tell his father about visiting his son's place of work. In Chinese traditions, praying to the ancestor at the dead is important to every family. And while Mr. Lee, his wife Helen, and daughter Ying are molded in modernism, Mrs. Lee played host to her high society friends with her tea sessions, and Ying speaks in English with her father, but in Cantonese with her grandmother. Second one is generation gap. A picture of a big generation gap arises with a conservative mother who refuses to have her eyes cut open, a severe and slightly self-centered father who always assumes young people do not respect the elders, and a naive daughter who openly shows her feelings and opinions without considering her audience. This generation gap is a result of modernization eating into old ways, causing each generation to misunderstand. It is a common situation faced by people living in rapidly growing societies. The third one is regret. Mr. Lee regretted how he treated Alma in the past. He never paid attention to his mother's story when he was alive. When she had passed away, his question would remain unanswered for the rest of his life. Last one is moral value. The moral values in this short story are: although we live in the modern world, we must not forget our traditional values like what Alma shown. Second, we must learn to appreciate our loved one while we can. Third, money can buy most things, it cannot buy everything. So, before we ending our lesson for today, let's recap. So, we have learned about the plot of the story, the characters, setting, themes, and lastly, the moral values. I hope this video will be able to help you answer the task given next.